Hello everybody, welcome to Hypixel Skyblock. Today we're going to be talking about drill flipping, one of the easiest passive ways of doubling or even tripling your money over time depending on the market. Now real quick, I do just want to say that I'm really happy on how well my last video did, and I just wanted to appreciate everybody real quick for stopping by, the few people that left comments, and all the people that liked my video. The views that I do have for that video, they're actually the most I've ever had on my channel. So I really appreciate all the support and everything like that, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm now at 80 subscribers. I think I was at 60 something the other day. So I really appreciate everybody stopping by, subscribing, liking, and commenting. Super appreciative of that, but I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time, so let's hop right into this. So now that we're down by the forge, I want to go over the requirements for this method, and those are Heart of the Mountain 5, access to the bazaar, so this will not be including Iron Man profiles, I apologize, and 14 to 15 million coins, but don't worry, you'll get those back. It only takes a little while. The drill in question that we are going to be forging and flipping is the titanium drill DRX355. At the time of making this video, which is 4 o'clock on, I think, September 21st, the lowest auction house price is floating around 42 to 45 million. Lucky for you, just like I said a second ago, we can make this drill for only around 14 to 15 million coins. This is the list that I made of all of the raw materials that we will be needing to forge all of the parts, in order of most items at the top to the lowest amount of items at the bottom, as well as the prices for each of them. Keep in mind that these prices may vary from time to time as the market is always changing, but as of now, at the time that I'm recording this, these prices are the ones that I've collected. And this is the list of items that you will be making inside the forge with the raw materials provided. I also made a Google Sheet with all of this information inside of it, and I'm going to be linking that down in the description for your viewing if you need to review that and take a look at it a few different times. Now, first off, you may be wondering why you should take so much time with the forge for only around 400 to 500,000 coins in profit per hour. And the answer is really much more simple than you think. This method follows a rigid and rough time schedule, where some or most of the times to forge are longer than the average person's work or sleep hours, meaning through most of this method, you will be making 400 to 500,000 coins per hour, as long as you are running the forge to sell the drill. Sleeping, working, playing, anything. Every hour, on or off, you will be making 400 to 500,000. This is also what I would like to call a worker's passive method, because instead of instantly pocketing your money every few hours, you would be making a large lump sum of money after all the time that the forge is taking to complete, which will take a few days at the very least. Taking 14 to 15 million in coins, depending on the market at the time of making this video, it's basically like working a full week and getting a paycheck for your time. So with all of that information, without further ado, let's get started. I'd say that it goes without saying that all of the prices that I have listed for all of the raw materials are bazaar buy orders. So as soon as we click into the bazaar, going through to any one of these items, you'll be creating a buy order for the amount that is required. This way you'll get the cheapest price for all of the items while being able to do other things around the server while you wait for the orders to fill, whether if you want to run dungeons, even some other forge things if you have the time. While you're doing those orders will fill and you will be all set by the time that they are done. So now we'll be going back to the forge to start our 0. Now that we're here down at the forge, you will have nothing completed. So after you have all of the items, you will want to go to the forge right here in the Dwarven Mines, and in your first 4 slots, forge refined titanium, and in the last slot, a single refined diamond. We're getting the long items going first, so we can split them up and have more items forge all at once. And now we'll be moving on a few hours ahead to the next stepping stone. Hour 8. So now by hour 8, you should have one single refined diamond done, because that's how long it takes for that single refined diamond without any forge upgrades, which by the way, you can do this method a lot faster with those forge upgrades. So after the 8 hours for the first refined diamond to complete, you'll want to forge another refined diamond in its place. This will leave 4 more hours for the refined titanium to finish, while also completing part of the refined diamonds. Is all this starting to make sense? So now that you have one of those refined diamonds done, I'll be showing a new updated part of the forge right here. And now that you have that, we'll be moving on to hour 12. So after those 4 hours for the titanium to finish are up, go ahead and put another 4 refined titanium in their place. This leaves 4 more hours for the refined diamond in the last slot to finish, while the refined titanium only needs 12 hours for the entire required amount to be completed for the method. I'll be showing an updated look on what the forge would look like for that right here. And now we'll be moving on to hour 16. So now that you're at hour 16, you should have 2 refined diamonds done and 4 refined titanium, half of as much that you need to complete the entire required amount. Now with 2 refined diamonds done and only 8 more hours left to complete refined titanium as a whole, replace the 5th slot with another refined diamond, so when the titanium finishes, you can put the remaining 4 refined diamonds in the first 4 slots. And I'll be showing an updated picture of what the forge would look like at that point. And now we will be moving on to hour 24. So now that we're at hour 24, that's 8 hours ahead of hour 16. So now all of the refined titanium is completed, and you also finished the 3rd refined diamond all at once. So now that all the required refined titanium is done, you can check that off the list for the drill. So now that you have an entire forge completely empty, you should fill the first 4 slots with the refined diamonds to complete those as well. And in the last slot, you will want to start forging a refined mithril. So now that you had the empty forge, I will go ahead and show an updated photo of what your forge will look like after hour 24. And now we will be moving on to hour 30. Now that we're at hour 30, you should have 3 refined diamonds done, 8 refined titanium done, and completed 1 refined mithril. With 1 refined mithril done, and only 2 hours before all required refined diamonds are done, replace the 5th slot with another refined mithril. Some of these steps are going to continuously get a little bit shorter and shorter as there are fewer steps in between now and the final. So I'm going to go ahead and show a picture of the updated forge here. And now we will be moving on to hour 32. Okay, now on to hour 32. By now you should have 7 refined diamonds done, 8 refined titanium done, and 1 refined mithril done. So now you have completed both refined diamond and titanium, so I will stop listing those as being completed at the hourly marks. With 4 hours left for the refined mithril in the 5th slot, replace the first 4 forge slots with golden plates. These also only take around 6 hours, so now we're in the final run. This is what your updated forge should look like. And now we will be moving on to hour 36. And now we're moving on to hour 36. You should have 2 refined mithril done. And now that your second refined mithril is completed, replace that slot with another refined mithril for your third. You now only have 2 more hours until the 4 golden plates are completely finished, and then we will be moving on to hour 38. This is a picture of your updated forge by this point. And then we will be moving on to hour 38. Moving on to hour 38. You have 2 refined mithril done, and you just completed your 4 golden plates. Now that your 4 slots are back open after completing 4 of the 7 golden plates, fill the first 3 slots with more golden plates, and in the 4th slot you will want to place another refined mithril, which after some time will turn into your 4th refined mithril. The refined mithril in the 5th slot only has 4 more hours, so here is your updated picture of what your forge should look like, and then we will be moving on to hour 42. Moving on to hour 42, by this point you should have completed refined diamond, completed refined titanium, and now you are very close to completing your golden plates, and you should have 3 refined mithril. Now that the 5th slot with refined mithril is completed, and the first 4 slots only need 2 more hours to complete, now you can move on and put the fuel canister in the 5th slot. This is a picture of what your updated forge will look like with the fuel canister in place. And soon we will be moving on to hour 44. By hour 44, your first 4 slots are now all completed, and with that, you have now completed all required refined diamond, titanium, and all 7 golden plates. With the fuel canister in the 5th slot, you'll want to place the last remaining refined mithril in the first 4 slots. With 8 hours left on the fuel canister and the 6 hours it will take for the mithril to finish, you are almost there. Here is a picture of what your updated forge will look like. And soon we will be moving on to hour 50. Moving on to hour 50, you now have all of the materials you will need in order to craft the drill motor, the final piece to the puzzle. With 2 hours left on the fuel canister and the first 4 slots completely empty, take your pick on the forge slot and start the forge for the drill motor. This will be the longest wait so far. This is the updated picture of what your forge might look like if you placed your drill motor in the first slot. Now that the drill motor is inside the forge and you only have 2 more hours until the fuel canister is completed, now we will be moving on to hour 52. Now that we are at hour 52, you have completed all of the required materials needed thus far. Now all we have to do is wait for the drill motor to finish forging. This is a lovely picture of the last item inside the forge that you will need in order to make the drill. Moving on to hour 70. Now that we are finally at hour 70, after completing all of the required materials for the titanium drill DRX355, go ahead, pick your favorite forge slot, and put the drill in there. Now we only have to wait the remaining 4 hours for the drill to complete forging. We are now at hour 74. Your titanium drill DRX355 has been completed, and all I have to say is congratulations. You have now made a 43 million coin drill out of only 14 to 15 million coins. You can choose to reforge it, enchant it for some extra money to beat out the default drill in the market, or you can just use it, or you can sell it as is on the auction house. Whatever you decide to do, congratulations. You followed the rough time schedule to get it all done, and you finally have the drill in your hands. Now the only thing that there is left to do is to go and do anything else that you want to it and sell it. And then boom, the moment that you sell it, you get those coins in your purse, you're ready to go, you got that money, and now you can do whatever you want with it. Or you can use the drill. It's really all up to you. But first off, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate the views on the last video and all the support recently, even with the stream that I had a few days ago. And I will be streaming later on tonight, so if you would like to stop by for that, I will also be doing that. Also, look out for either later today or tomorrow for a video revolving around bazaar flipping. I'm going to be doing lots of different money-making method videos in the next few days here since I have the time to do them. So I really hope to see some of you guys there, some of you from the last video, or some of you that I've met in-game. So thank you everybody for watching. If you have any questions or any notes or anything on the video that I made today, please let me know in the comments section. If you liked the video or liked the method, go ahead and leave a like for me. It really lets me know that I'm doing things and going in the right direction. So I really, really appreciate that. And until my next video, thank you very much for stopping by. I'll be seeing you guys later. Enjoy.